might have made a mistake.
Greetings and hello there, everyone. It is I, your Lord of the Rings dad, Nooch Too Good. I'm here today. Well, as we get started on this game, and as the journey unfolds before us, and as I reach level 30 today, we start to see all the game modes and how to develop our characters and our rosters. We're learning as we go. I just thought I'd give you 5 mistakes you should avoid as you push forward. It's kind of hard to find stuff. You know, there's not a lot going on right now. We're playing some light and shadow nodes. We're playing some guild nodes. We're doing arena. We got some adventures, and that's about the only things we do in the game until raids show up and other guild-related events or other, you know, mono stuff. But for sure, there are things you can avoid in the game, mistakes you can avoid that will help you, build your roster better. And let's get to the very first mistake I thought, that for me, that you should avoid, and it's one that kind of sticks out and makes you think you should do this, but mistake number 1 would be farming the hobbits. I don't think that anybody should be out there farming them. You get that awesome pack on day 1 that you can buy, and I purchased it too, and I'll go show you we'll show you my collection here. Let me go down to the, let me go to the top left. I purchased that pack on day 1. I've got Pippin in there. It ended up being like 30 cents every 10 shards, which is, normally it's $4 for 10 shards. You get so many Hobbit shards of that, and I believe that down the road they will be valuable. But you can see that I've kind of left Frodo here. I moved him up 1 level just because at the beginning I kind of needed him, but now I've left him. Mary, by the way, is difficult to find when you actually have to, can I go find him from here? I don't want, oh, actually, I just spent 19,000. Hey, you don't get a little check there. It doesn't say, are you sure you want to promote? Just keep that in mind. There's another mistake. There's a mistake 5.1. Don't click promote unless you're ready to promote. I wasn't expecting that. I thought it would pop up and say, are you sure you want to promote? Or maybe it would say, look for the character. I know that Mary is like in late nodes. I don't know if it's shadow or light, but late hard nodes is where Mary comes in. It is not anytime soon, so we'll be unlocking that as we go. I just think with the hobbits here, with the hobbits, when we really look at them, you have to limit the number of teams you're farming early game, and that's something we'll talk about here also. But you really need to, you can't spread out your gold. Your gold's going to be running short. I hit level 30. I'm kind of pushing that running short on gold area of the game. So you got to be careful. And if you're leveling up hobbits, because you're going on Samwise's journey, you're getting Samwise shards automatically. The hobbits don't really perform great in arena. They probably would be fine in light, but arena is so important early in the game that you really want to have a team that's going to perform well, and that's going to be, you see right here, like Rohan. Yeah, we got Pippin and Frodo mixed in there, but you don't see very many teams with Sam and Mary early on, and they're just not a great performing team. So I just for what it's worth, don't farm the hobbits early on. Let me pull that back up there. Farming the hobbits early on would be a mistake. And also, clicking on upgrade when you're not ready to upgrade would be a bigger mistake. Promote, if you're not ready to promote, don't click that promote button unless you're ready to promote, because that will cause you pain. All right, what is our number 2 mistake here? It's right here. Not having fun. You see Mary and Pippin there doing a little dance. That's their thing. I believe in this game, and I talk about it all the time. The 3 F's of Galaxy Heroes and of this game: focus, farming, and fun. Focus what you're doing. Dial in on what's happening right now. There's a specific way to dial in on this game, but at the same time, you can farm anything you want. Nobody is stopping you from farming the hobbits. If you just really want to have hobbits, you can do that. If you just really want to go get, I don't know, elves, you can do that too. If you want to get Mordor, nothing is stopping you from doing the things that you... Actually, I don't think there's many elves in the game right now. Let's go take a look at elves. I haven't looked at this here. Elf. Yeah, there are. Okay. So if you really just want to go get an elf team, go get an elf team. Do what you want to do. You are the player. You get to do what you want to do. And it's really important for you to be having fun in this game. And if you're not having fun playing a game, then maybe you need to move on to something else and find something else to do. So I just want to keep that up front there. This could have been number 1. But if you're not having fun, that's a mistake. That's a mistake you should do something else. Either do something else within the game, or find another game to play, or do something else outside of the game that provides you with a level of fun and gives you enjoyment in life. So make sure you're having fun, because it's a game, and that's what it's all about. Number three, if you are not refreshing energy, you're making a mistake. Now, let me see what I mean by that. Let me go out to the main page here. Now, my energy is up at the top of the screen. Come on, I want to hide this. There we go. I got the wrong things up. My energy is up here. You know, you got your regular energy. You've got your blue campaign energy. Now, what I mean by this, you get 3 refreshes of energy every day for 50 crystals. You should be doing every single one of these refreshes, whether you're free to pay to play, whatever. If you're pay to play, maybe you go do the 100s. I'm not going to do the 100s for a while. It'd be nice to get some of the gear they would provide, but I'm not going to be doing that right now. I'll be doing these 50 energy refreshes every day, and for a while, and at some points of the game, there are 3 100 refreshes of guild energy. When you can afford to do those, you should be doing those. Free to play, pay to play, whatever. I'll be doing 3 100 refreshes every day, because I'm going to make sure I have my crystals full. And I'm going down here with those refreshes, everybody. I'm going to be getting my my Ironhide here. That's not his name anymore. What's his name now? His name now is Gaj Iron. Oh, it is Gaj Ironhide. How do you say that? Somebody's Gaj Ironhide. Anyway, I'm farming my Ironhide. I want to get him into my team, into my arena team. You need that big, large character to get in your arena team to really perform well. So what I'm saying is, don't just use the energy that you get and these what do we call refreshes down here. You know, you also need, if you're really going to develop your roster at a proper pace, you need to be doing these 350 regular energy refreshes at least, and do these campaign energy refreshes whenever possible. If you're free to play, you probably won't be able to do 3 of these for very long, maybe for a day or 2, and then you might be down to 1 a day or none, depending on what's going on. So, and if you get the higher up an arena you get, the better rewards you get, which again, for pay to play is going to be challenging. But definitely do these 3 regular energy refreshes every day. Whatever you can do campaign, it's going to advance your roster faster. So make sure that you are refreshing your energy. A mistake would be not to refresh your energy in the game. Mistake number 4 here is going to be neglecting this guy. Now, I don't know if anybody is actually neglecting this guy right now. I don't know that this is a problem that exists, but there's got to be somebody out there who's looking at the game, and maybe you're built like me, and you look out there and say, I'm gonna go to bottom on this, because you can't really see him there. Where are we here? Where are we? Where's my thing? There it is. You can't neglect Strider. If you look at all the meta teams that are at the top of the arena, they're at the top of every run. The arena is #1 thing in the game right now. Let me get that across. The arena is #1 thing in the game right now. And when you look at meta teams in the arena, every single one of them has Strider in the mix. I'm about to get him to 3 stars tomorrow, by the way. You cannot neglect Strider. He is important. He does massive amounts of AoE damage, burning damage. He does a ton of damage. He's very survivable. He's got a lot of health. The guy just hangs around for a long time. Let's look at. He has 5,300 health and 378 armor. Let's take a look at who's next to him here. Aomer has 5606 and 378. 5606, 3. Is that the same? Seems like that's the same. 358, 303. He has more armor. So anyway, regardless, Strider is a meta character in the game. You get him for free. Don't neglect him. I've got him at Gear 5 right now. That's my max tier level for any of my characters. Make sure you're bringing along Strider the entire game. He needs to be a focus of your account, because he is the most important character in the game right now. He fits on every team, light, dark, indifferent. He's an Übermensch. Are we allowed to say that anymore? That's not necessarily a good word in German, I don't think. But anyway, don't neglect Strider on your team. That would be a huge mistake made by you. Let's make sure I get that like and subscribe every time. Let's make sure you're paying attention to Strider and bringing him along and making him a big part of your roster. Let me get rid of that right now. There we go. And finally, mistake number 5. Actually, since we had 1.1, this would be mistake number 5.1, or possibly mistake number 6. Again, the one that I didn't even think of and I demonstrated right here today. Don't click promote unless you're ready to promote. It doesn't give you a warning or say, hey, are you sure you want to do this? By the way, my next promotion levels are 80,000. So if I click on Mary here, This is why gold gets scarce. Look at that, 80,000 to go to 4-star. When I start getting 4-star characters, that's a third of my gold right now that I would spend on that, on a character that I said don't bother. You can't see what I just did. What I'm saying, when I click on Mary here, you're wondering what happened. It cost you 80,000 gold to promote him. Rewind. Yep. And that's a third of my gold right here. So you just have to be really careful where you spend your gold. And that brings us to our number 1 or number 5 mistake. The biggest mistake, the biggest thing you got to keep an eye on. If you're farming more than 1 light team and 1 shadow team right now, you're making a huge mistake. Gold is a precious resource, and yeah, you can get it. You can get it by playing the nodes. You do get gold every day. It feels like I've got a lot right now at 250,000, but when I take Strider to 3 stars tomorrow, that's 19,000. When I get him to 4 stars, as these characters start to get to 4 stars at 80,000, 5 stars, I don't even know what it costs. I'm gonna assume it's like 250,000 or something like that. It's going to be expensive to level up your characters as you move along, and my gold is dwindling. I was at 400,000 just a couple of days ago, and now I am. It is dwindling. So you can only farm 1 light side team, 1 shadow team. Don't farm anymore. You can see right here, I've got Strider, Aomer, Eothane, Lady Aon, and Pippin took, and I've actually stopped upgrading Pippin. I'm not taking Pippin or Nuraz to 29. I like Pippin's healing ability, but my plan is to get Halbarad when I get that pack that comes out, and Halbarad will just replace Pippin immediately. Nuraz. Now, Nuraz is a guy I really wanted to try out, and I tried him out. I love the idea of a character that can summon. He can summon a large character. He can summon the Stonebreaker, right? The Troll Stonebreaker, but he's so squishy. He just dies so easily, and the AI always targets him, and I just can't keep going on him right now. I'm going to replace him with my Ironhide, my Shakti Ironhide. What is that thing called? Gaj Ironhide. I'll be replacing him with my Ironhide, so therefore I am not farming him anymore, so I'm going to leave these guys at 30. I'm managing my goal, but I've got 5 Dark Side. Dunhar, Malhur, Ugluk, and Bolg right now are my 5, and Nuraz are my 5 Shadow Side. I'll get my Iron Side and then replace them. You only farm 1 team of each. So when I do get my Ironhide, and when I do get my Halbarad, I will have wasted the resources on these 2 guys right here. However, if you don't spend on them, let's take a look and see what it costs to get to level 30. Do I have to spend it? Let me click on level up here. To get to level 30 is 3,550 gold and 3,000 experience. It's not great to spend it, but it's not the gold that you spend to level 30 is going to be okay, and the gear too. When you get above that, you're really hurting yourself by spending it. So anyway, that's the final mistake that you can make with your roster, is farming more than 1 of each team, and that'll change as we move forward in the game. But right now, 1 of each team is plenty. 1 shadow team, 1 light team. That's all you need. That's all you can afford. It's all you can afford to spend. So let's run through those mistakes you can make again. Number 1, don't farm the hobbits. Number 2, you have to make sure you're having fun. Don't not have fun. Number 3, numero dry, not refreshing your energy. Number 4, make sure you keep Strider updated. And number 5, you can only farm 2 teams, 1 light team, 1 shadow team. Anything else will be uncivilized, would cost you gold and resources that you need for those team, and you'll eventually have to stop upgrading stuff if you do that, which you may have to do anyway. We'll kind of see how the game fleshes out here in the long run. There you go, buddy. That's it. Those are the 5 or 6 or 5.1 mistakes that you can make in Lord of the Rings Heroes of Middle-earth. Please avoid these mistakes. Build your roster in a great way. Take a look at one of these 2 videos we got up here, and always remember, Nooch too good.